What if I told you that most of what drains you isn't what happens, but what you keep holding on to after it's over? Not the moment itself, but the replay, the analysis, the what should I have said loop that never really ends. The truth is, life hits you once, but your mind can hit you 1,000 times after. And that's where your energy goes. Most people don't realize this. They think they're tired from life, but really, they're exhausted from thinking about life, repeating it, rehearsing it, reliving it. But it doesn't have to be that way. Here's the part most people never talk about. You can let a moment end, and still feel the urge to go back. That pull. That little voice that says, just think about it one more time, as if one more replay will finally fix it, but it never does. It just keeps you stuck. Break the illusion of one more thought. Your mind is clever. IT doesn't just replay things randomly. It convinces you there's a purpose. If I think about this more, I'll understand it. If I go over it again, I'll get closure. If I analyze I'll feel better. But be honest, how many times has that actually worked? Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And this is exactly what he meant. You're not solving the problem. You're extending the pain. So the next time your mind says, just one more time, recognize it for what it is. Not wisdom, not clarity, just habit. And habits can be broken. Not every thought deserves trust. Here's a shift that changes everything. You don't have to believe every thought you have. The Stoics understood something most people miss. Peace isn't just about controlling your reactions in the moment. It's about knowing when to stop revisiting what's already done. This is about letting your mind rest. Not everything needs a second thought. Not everything deserves a second chance in your head. And if this resonates with you, if you're ready to stop carrying what's already over, then you're in the right place. Let the moment end. There's a strange habit we all have. We don't let moments end. Something happens. A conversation goes wrong. Someone says something off. You make a small mistake. And even after it's over, you keep it alive. In your thoughts, in your body, in your mood. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself, do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. And that applies here more than you think. Because every time you replay a moment, you're acting like it still matters. Like it still needs your attention. But it doesn't. The moment has passed. The words have been said. The actions are done. The only place it still exists is in you. And here's the shift. Just because something happened doesn't mean it needs to keep happening inside your mind. Let it end where it ended. No mental reruns. You ever notice how your mind turns small things into full episodes? One comment becomes a whole story. One look becomes a whole assumption. And before you know it, you're not even responding to reality anymore. You're responding to your interpretation of it. Epictetus said, "We are disturbed not by things but by the views we take of them." Read that again. It's not the event. It's your replay of it. So here's a practice. When your mind starts rewinding, ask yourself, is this happening right now? Or just in my head? That question alone can break the loop. Because most of the time, you're fighting a memory, not a reality. And memories don't need reactions. They need release. You don't need closure for everything. This one might be hard to hear. Not everything will make sense. Not everyone will explain themselves. Not every situation will give you a clean ending. And yet, you keep waiting. Waiting for clarity. Waiting for an apology. Waiting for that perfect explanation that makes it all click. But sometimes, it never comes. Socrates built his wisdom on questions. But even he understood. Some questions don't have answers that satisfy. And that's where growth happens. When you stop needing everything to resolve perfectly, closure isn't always given. Most of the time, it's taken. It's you saying, I may not understand this, but I'm done carrying it. That's not weakness. That's freedom. Protect your mental space. Your mind isn't a storage room. It's a workspace. But look at what most people fill it with. Old arguments. Imaginary scenarios. People who aren't even present. And then they wonder why they feel drained. Aristotle said, the energy of the mind is the essence of life. So if your energy is constantly leaking, look at what you're allowing to live rent-free in your head. Every thought you entertain is a decision. Every memory you revisit is a choice. And not all of them deserve access. You don't need to think about everything. You don't need to process everything immediately. Some things are better left alone. Peace isn't just about what you do. It's about what you refuse to keep thinking about. Move forward without dragging the past. There's a difference between learning from the past and living in it. One builds you, the other traps you. Carl Jung said, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." And that choice happens daily. Every time you decide not to replay that old scenario. Every time you refuse to reopen a closed wound. Every time you say, "This isn't helping me anymore." You move forward, not in a loud, dramatic way, but in a quiet, powerful shift. You stop dragging the past into the present. And suddenly, the present feels lighter. Give your mind somewhere better to go. Here's the thing. You can't just stop thinking, but you can redirect it. If you don't give your mind something better, it will default to old patterns, old worries, old stories, old loops. So don't just remove, replace. Focus on what you're building, what you're learning, what you're becoming. The Stoics didn't just avoid negative thinking. They filled their minds with intention, discipline, clarity, purpose. Because an empty mind doesn't stay empty. It gets filled automatically. So choose what fills it. Choose peace on purpose. Peace isn't something that just happens. It's something you practice. Every time you let a thought go instead of following it. Every time you stop a replay before it takes over. Every time you choose now over then. You're building it, slowly, consistently, until one day, you notice something different. The things that used to consume you, don't. The moments that used to stick, and you're not numb. You're just free. Free from overthinking. Free from replaying. Free from carrying what's already over. And that's real power. So next time your mind tries to pull you back, pause, and remind yourself, it's done. It's over. It doesn't need me anymore. And neither do I. Stay present. Stay clear. And most importantly, learn when to let the moment end. If this video gave you something to reflect on, like it, share it, and subscribe for more.